create a new document, control A, 1000 by 1000 pixels and resolution of 700. Sorry. So we are trying to design a digital flyer, so I'm downloading this background picture to be used in our flyer design. So I've downloaded it, extracting it. I'm going to drag and drop inside my Photoshop. So there's it, drag and place. So the next thing to do is to pick the yellow color using my eyedropper tool. Select the color, select the background layer and alt backspace. So I'm trying to blend this picture into the background. As you can see, we can see edges. So I'm using my soft round brush tool and opacity at 60, flow at 60 and smoothing at 60 respectively. So I paint around the edges to blend the image with the background. So we have, that's fine. So I'm going to scale. It's looking kind of small. And I'm bringing in my logo. So you can also click and drag as we click and drag the picture, the background picture inside there. You can also click and drag your logo inside the work area. So I've dragged my logo in. Alright. What else do we need? I'm trying to see what other details I can add to this design to make it top notch. You understand? So I'm just saying all that password I've done just to see what idea I can bring in. So I'm going to create a circle shape using my ellipse tool. Right, click and drag, change the color, double click inside and pick your color. Right, don't worry, we'll try as much as possible to make this tutorial more and more self-explanatory in its way. So all I'm doing right now is arranging and scaling. How am I scaling? Control T is to scale, is to transform, sorry. So when you press Control T, you click and drag. Right, I think the next video I'm going to be talking and be doing it rather than doing a voice overlay. So I'm bringing in the name of the song and the artist. So I use my text tool. Click on the text tool, click on your work area, type. Right, how did I make that duplicate? Control J or alt and click, you make a duplicate. So I'm changing the font style to astronaut and I'm going to scale it. Sorry about that. So guys, in case you have any questions, so to say, I'm going to drop my WhatsApp number on the description of the video, so you can chat me up. I'm available at any time. So I think I'm changing the astronauts text to till their land and make sure Rankalani is the one written in Montserrat font. So I'm going to centralize it, align it to the center. Right, after all this I will still take it to how am I, okay, first of all, how am I scaling this? As I said, Control T, click and drag. In case you are not having a proportionalized scaling, hold your shift key based on the fact that I'm using the latest version of Photoshop. So I'm importing the picture of the artist inside to be used. So done downloading, click and drag inside. I'm going to create a clip marks by Alt, and I've created it already. But how did I do that? In between this selected layer, this image selected layer, and the shape layer, press your Alt key, you create a clip mask. So we made a duplicate of the shape layer, scale it up, remove the fill color and add a stroke to it, and we are going to increase the stroke to about 16 or 10. Right, do not forget creating the clip marks. You select, you hold your Alt key, and in between the layer you want to clip marks, you press your Alt key and click, so it creates a clip marks. So I'm trying to save. I want to import it into my After Effects to create my audio spectrum. So I'll launch my After Effects. Don't worry, next tutorial, as the new one I'll be recording, I'll make sure it's more and more self-explanatory in its own way. But in case you have any question, you can reach out to me. Remove the fill color, add a stroke around 10. Right, scale it. Nice one. So waiting for Photoshop to launch, then we import. You might be wondering, you are not seeing your own property tab and your character tab. Just go to your windows and you see them there. You click them, you see properties, you see character. Just click them and they will appear on your screen. What am I doing? Control S. So I want to click and drag inside my After Effects. So I'm going to choose editable layer styles and composition retain layer style and click OK. So we'll be able to see our work and be able to edit them as we want. Right, this is where we want to put in our audio spectrum. So we create a solid layer. The shortcut key is Ctrl Y. So we choose black color and OK. We go to our effect tab and search for audio spectrum. Apply on it. As you can see, no, generate audio spectrum, as you can see. Right, yeah, I'm moving it to the bottom. That's where I want it to be. Right, and I'm going to bring in my audio. Okay, I'm changing the color of the spectrum. So I want it to be black. I want it to be black. Black will pop out well on yellow. Right, we need to import our song. Do not forget this video was done before I'm doing a voice overlay, so I'm kind of ahead of this video, kind of know what is doing ahead. So there'll be a little mistake, so to say, can I call it a mistake or a challenge here, based on the fact that this is the file format for this is MPEG and we needed MP3. So I'm going to import this, but later on I'll convert this to MP3 and also import. So just watch what I'm doing also. So import our audio, right? Go back to our solid. I'm trying to trim to work area. Hold shift and slide down to the end. Okay, let's change. So from that tab, I selected my audio, right? So funny enough, my audio was not my audio spectrum was not indicating. That was the error. That was a challenge because it was not in MP3. So I was trying to troubleshoot it. What was wrong? The audio layer is selected, right? Trying to manipulate something to see whether that's the cause, but yet nothing. But later on, I figured it out. That I was supposed to import MP3 instead of MPEG. Is this like a video file format? So I'll still figure that out later, but real quick. So I'm choosing one side instead of the audio spectrum to be occurring on both sides. I want it to be occurring on one side. So I want it to be digital, the display to be digital rather than being analog, right? I guess that's the basic. Okay, I think I'm going to play with the height. Yeah, the maximum height. So I try to play to see what's going on. That's the thickness. I saw it wasn't the thickness. So I noticed, oh, so I figured out how. Oh, this is. I need to bring in an MP3 instead and see whether it's gonna work. So I tried to play the audio to see whether it's working. Because playing it here also is not working. So I tried using VOL2 to open it whether I have the right file. And it was playing. So I tried to do a rough slide play to see what is happening. No spectrum display. So do not forget, if you have any question, you can reach me and get your questions answered. I know this tutorial is not well self-explanatory, so to say. Sorry about that, but I'm readily available for you. So I'm still going to bring in my MP3. Okay, I want to convert it. What am I doing? Okay, I'm trying to see if I can redesign in IGTV file size, but I won't. Do not forget, this is a digital flyer for social media posting, so to say. So that's one of the reasons I was going online to check the dimension. Do not forget, we're using 1000 by 1000 and we are still good to go. One of the dimension is 1080 by 1080, so we are still good to go. So I'm converting, importing my audio for conversion. This is Wondershare converter. You can use any other converter you want to. Funny enough, you can use VLC to convert. You want me to do a tutorial on how to use VLC to convert? It's fine, I can do that. But let me know. So I've converted the audio. I'm replacing our video file, audio file, with the new converted mp3. So done that. Right, we have our spectrum display. Fantastic. So how did I get that? I took my my display, my slider to the end of the audio with my shift key to snap to the extreme end, and I press N to trim to that side. So I'm trying to change the color of our spectrum display, but it's not working. So I'm going to try fill effect. So it's like a color overlay on Photoshop. So it's white is not popping on yellow, black is white in. So I couldn't know what's wrong, so I said, oh, let's use it. Fill effect. Also, you can get it from effect, generate fill. You see it there. So I'm choosing black. Yeah, not extremely black, but yeah, something like that. Alright, so we are good to go, guys. Okay, to export this, you press Ctrl M, right, and you choose where you want to save it to, and you export. Remember, funny enough, it might be heavy when you export. Just make sure you convert or you compress. Thank you very much. See you next time for another wonderful tutorial. Make sure you subscribe.